Hello and welcome to Business Today India Today Group. I'm Karishma. We are at CAPA India Summit Day 2 and joining me is Mr.Arved Muehlen, who is the Chief Commercial Officer and EVP of Saudia. Thank you so much for joining us on this chat and welcome to Delhi.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be in Delhi and here at the CAPA India event.
Right. Now, I'm going to start off by asking you about your subsidiary, which is, of course, the Saudia Airlines. Tell me, how has the relationship going on with India in terms of your bilaterals?
Yeah, I think India is one of our key markets, so definitely we have a lot of focus on India and the relationship. As you know, we fly to 6 cities in India at the moment, 54 frequencies per week, and we have big plans with India. So we are really looking at the market, we are looking for partnerships. We had very good meetings with Air India, and I think both airlines are becoming closer, and it's a very good communication between us.
You just said you've had good relationship and good meetings with Air India. What is in the pipeline for both the airlines?
No, we are, I think, in a similar boat. We are both airlines with a great history, with a great legacy. We are founded 1945. Air India was founded in the 1932, if I'm not wrong. We have a similar size in our fleet, roughly 150 airplanes, and we have a huge potential. And we are going through a great transformation right now. We're in the 3rd year of transforming Saudia. Air India is also going through a transformation. And I think it makes sense that two great airlines talk to each other and see how we can plan the traffic for the future.
Great. Tell me a bit about the 2030 goal that you're aiming at. What are the kind of contours of it in terms of aviation?
Yeah, the Vision 2030 is a huge project of transformation for the whole country of Saudi Arabia. I assume you're aware of the outlines of the Vision 2030. We have mega projects going on like Qiddiya next to Riyadh, the entertainment city, which will be a complete new dimension of a city, sports city, entertainment city. We have the Red Sea project going on. 90 islands are planned on 28,000 square kilometers, which is 33 times the size of New York City. We have NEOM going on, a complete new concept of living in the north. So we have really giga projects going on, and we want to open the country. Nowadays, if you want a visa, it takes you literally a minute to get a visa to enter Saudi Arabia. This was not the case 5 or 10 years ago. So the country is opening up. It's opening up for business, opening up for tourists, and we are looking forward to welcome more and more tourists. And India will be our top tourist inbound source market. We are expecting roughly 7.5 million tourists coming from India by 2030. So the airline is in full swing. We are transforming ourselves too. We have a lot of orders in our order book. We will most likely double in size by 2030. So the plans, the sky is the limit for Saudi Arabia and India.
Right. Tell me a bit about the air traffic between India and Saudi.
Yeah, as I said, we have a lot of traffic between Saudi Arabia and India. We see a lot of airlines flying, Saudi Airlines as well as Indian Airlines. As I said, we fly roughly 54 frequencies, 6 cities. The bilateral would allow 8 cities to operate, so we have not hit yet the ceiling of the bilateral. And we have a lot of plans to improve our offering to India. We also see that we have too much spillage via other hubs between India and Saudi Arabia, and I think we want to reclaim part of that and get our fair share. Because in Saudi, we are not a mega connector. It's not our plan. We will have 2 hubs, one in Riyadh, one in Jeddah. And we need to fulfill the Vision 2030, meaning we are focusing very much on inbound traffic. So naturally we will have 6 freedom traffic, but it's a fill-up traffic, not our main business purpose. The main target is bring people into Saudi, and we want to do this really with a partner from India, jointly together, focus on the Indian Saudi traffic, and reclaim our shares that we might have lost in the past.
Does this mean there is a room for a code sharing in the future?
We have very good talks, and we will see how we can implement.
Good talks with Air India?
We have excellent talks with
Air India?
with a lot of Indian airlines.
Okay, the reason I ask you about air traffic is because the ongoing debate on further liberalization of bilateral rights, where a couple of Indian airlines, for example, Air India and SpiceJet yesterday have shared that giving more rights and slots and seats to Gulf airlines could diminish the Indian airlines' opportunities to go further. Is that something you see as a challenge going forward?
Well, I would say we are a Saudi Arabian airline. I would not call us a Gulf airline in that sense because our business model is completely different. We have a huge home market. We have 35 million Saudis living in Saudi Arabia. Our business model is completely different than the business models of the airlines that you mentioned. So we want to develop our countries. We want to bring tourists into Saudi Arabia to discover the rich heritage, the cultural sites, do business here. We see more regional head offices going to Riyadh. So, we are not after sixth freedom traffic. We do not want to take those traffic away from the Indian airlines. We want to develop it jointly with the Indian airlines, the third and fourth freedom traffics. So I don't see ourselves, in the same batch as other airlines might be.
One last question, and this is more from a broader perspective. What do you think about the recent safety issues that have popped up on a lot of airlines worldwide? How do you see the sector going forward with a lot of complaints coming against certain aircrafts belonging to Boeing?
Well, I think every airline safety and security is the top priority. That is something that's in the core of hopefully every airline, certainly in the core of Saudia. We focus constantly on safety. We are working, with the manufacturers together. And so far, I have to say, we have no doubts, that safety is in any way compromised at all.
Right. You have 100 Airbus order that's awaiting you, if I'm not wrong. Do you have any more in the pipeline for Saudia Airlines?
So in total, we have announced 105 Airbus. We have more in the pipeline. We have ordered some more beforehand. We had 39 Boeing 787. So we have as a group, nearly 200 aircrafts on order. We have currently roughly 143 aircraft, so we will more than double our fleet by 2030.
Okay, and everything's going good with the 38 Boeing?
Everything is going good, in line with expectations.
Okay, thank you very much for speaking with us, and congratulations, and we wish you a great collaboration henceforth.
Thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.